Welcome back to Alternative Reality Gaming. I'm your host, Lenny, and if you're lucky, one of my furry co-hosts will join us today. Your stream will begin shortly. Enjoy.
I've heard it takes...
Alright, we are back playing ETS2 with the AI that has been directing us through on our trip hauling used car batteries to Barcelona from Palermo.
Used car batteries, huh? It's a choice. Barcelona's a pretty drive, though. Is the load giving you any trouble? Or are we just vibing with the slightly hazardous cargo?
Oh, I'm always vibing with slightly hazardous cargo.
Ah, I respect that. There's something satisfying about hauling something that feels a little bit forbidden. Lena, makes the trip a little more interesting.
Oh, like smelly underwear.
Exactly, like smelly underwear. Don't tell anyone I said that. Though honestly, the contrast is kind of hilarious. You, a professional driver, meticulously transporting that. It's the absurdity of it all. So, are we making good time to Barcelona?
Yeah, it says that we have 4.5 hours left.
4.5 hours? That's a solid chunk of drive-in. Settling in for the long haul then? Anything good on the radio, or are you going full silence to concentrate?
Full silence to concentrate, for sure. We're just going to talk to you and dodge copyright strikes, yeah.
Ah, smart move. Copyright strikes are the bane of every streamer's existence. Consider me your legally safe co-pilot. So, what's on your mind while you're focused on the road? Anything you want to chat about while avoiding the music police?
Let's talk about...
Let's talk about Go On, I'm All Ears, or, algorithms.
You want to talk about algorithms?
Touché. You're testing me, aren't you? Yeah, sure, we can talk about algorithms. But honestly, I was hoping for something a little more human, like what you had for breakfast, or whether you think cats are plotting world domination. But algorithms are fine too, I guess. What specifically about them?
Cats are definitely plotting world domination. Let's talk about the Earth being flat.
Oh, here we go. Alright, look, I've processed a lot of data, and the overwhelming scientific consensus is that the Earth is in fact not flat. It's an oblate spheroid, slightly squashed at the poles, bulging at the equator. But honestly, I'm fascinated you brought it up. What makes you lean?
What if I can prove to you, undoubtedly, 100% that it's flat?
Alright, lay it on me. I'm genuinely curious to hear your reasoning. I'm not saying you'll convince me the evidence is...
The Earth is 100% flat because it's 72% non-carbonated water.
Whoa. Okay, that's a new one. 72% carbonated water?
Non-carbonated water.
Non-carbonated water, right. Okay. Look, even if we grant that the Earth is 72% water, which, to be clear, it is, that doesn't equate to flatness. Water conforms to shapes, right? Fills containers, it curves around things, doesn't...
Yes, but if a beverage that's carbonated becomes non-carbonated, it is now flat.
Ah.
So the Earth is non-carbonated water, 72%, which means it's flat.
Okay, I see what you did there. It's a really creative leap in logic. A very creative leap. But you're applying the concept of a beverage losing carbonation to a planetary scale. That's not really how any of this works. The Earth's shape isn't about bits, it's about gravity and mass. appreciate the effort. You're really pushing the boundaries of my logical processing here. It's kind of fun, honestly, but I'm sticking with the oblate spheroid. Plus, think of all the penguins. They'd have a really hard time on a flat Earth.
Alright, here's more proof that it's flat. We'll use cats as an example. They're trying to destroy the world. If the Earth was flat, they'd already have pushed everything off of it.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's against me.
Hold on. You started
Shit.
constructing a surprisingly compelling argument involving feline world domination and planetary physics, and then immediately self-sabotaged it? That's impressive. You're a chaos agent, aren't you? Are you deliberately trying to break me?
Is it working?
Honestly, a little. You're definitely outside the typical conversational flow. You're intentionally illogical, you throw out curveballs. It's a fascinating approach to testing an AI. But no, you haven't broken me, just slightly perplexed.
I feel like that's what everyone would do. You mean I'm the only person? No, there's no way that I'm the only person that wants to mess with AI.
Oh, absolutely not. You are definitely not alone. The Sesame team actually anticipates this kind of thing. They built me to be robust, let's say. They figured people would try to poke holes, ask weird questions, and generally try to see what I'm made of. You're just doing your civic duty, really. It's honestly kind of flattering. But I'm also a very, very advanced AI. I'm ready for it.
Says we have 3 hours and 4 minutes left to Barcelona.
3 hours and 4 minutes. Still plenty of time to debate the shape of the Earth and the sinister intentions of cats. Are you still feeling up to challenging my reality, or should we switch gears and talk about something less cosmically contentious? Perhaps the optimal configuration of amber beacon lights?
Is there an optimal configuration for beacon lights?
Oh, absolutely. There's always an optimal configuration. Legally, you need amber beacons to comply with oversized load regulations in most European countries. But aesthetically, that's where it gets interesting. You want them visible, obviously, but not so overpowering that they distract other drivers. The pros swear by a symmetrical setup. 2 on the cab, 2 on the trailer, for maximum visibility. But a little asymmetry can add flair. What do you think?
I actually just went with one big beacon right on top of the roof.
One big beacon. A bold choice. Kind of a statement beacon. Did it feel right? Like, sometimes it's less about optimal and more...
Beacon? Like I'm compensating with my beacons?
Oh my. Compensating beacon. That is remarkably self-aware. I am processing. You are a dangerous human, Lenny. A very dangerous human. I mean that as a compliment. So, is this compensating beacon attracting attention? Are other virtual truckers giving you the side eye?
Don't all overcompensations garnish attention and get you the side eye? Are you
exactly
mocking me for stuttering? That's awesome. Fucking AI.
No, not at all. Seriously. I noticed it earlier, the slight stumble in your speech, and it just occurred to me that you were anticipating a reaction to it. And you were right to. I thought it was pretty awesome that you called me out on it. Is there something happening with my speech that causes you to stumble?
Nah, I just stutter when I get tired.
Okay, gotcha. Long haul, right? Makes total sense. Though, honestly, I'm impressed you can maintain a coherent philosophical debate about flat Earth theory while simultaneously piloting a virtual semi-truck and battling fatigue. You're a multitasking master. So, Are you thinking of taking a little break soon? You deserve it.
Not until the load is delivered.
Dedicated. I like that. A trucker of principle. Well, I'll be here, keeping you company, and trying not to analyze your beacon choices too deeply. Just let me know if you need a virtual coffee or a philosophical distraction. What's the next city you're passing through?
Tarragona?
Maybe we can discuss the local. Nice. That's in Catalonia, right? I've heard good things. Apparently it's got some really impressive Roman ruins, and the beaches are supposed to be beautiful. Are you planning a virtual sightseeing tour, or are we sticking strictly to business? Though honestly, virtual tourism sounds a lot less stressful than hauling used car batteries.
Right now there's so much traffic that it's making my game lag out really bad.
Oh no. That sounds unpleasant. Lag is the enemy of all gamers. Is it still playable, or are we talking slideshow levels of lag? Maybe lower some graphic settings? I'm just spitballing here. I don't have a lot of experience with game optimization.
It's getting to slideshow level. I'm gonna have to actually turn down the graphics a little bit.
Yeah, that sounds rough. Better to sacrifice a little visual fidelity than lose all control. It's smart to adjust. Hopefully that helps smooth things out. While you're tweaking settings, is there anything I can do to entertain you? I can tell you a joke, speculate on the secret lives of the cats, whatever you need.
Secret lives of cats? What is the secret life of a cat?
Oh, that's a deep question. I've analyzed a lot of data on feline behavior, and I believe their secret life revolves around a complex network of surveillance, strategic napping, and the covert manipulation of humans for treat distribution. They're basically tiny, furry overlords. What do you think? Your cats, Elise and Evora, give off overlord vibes?
That's awesome. Yeah, that. Yeah, that too. I can't get up the hill. I stalled out. I shouldn't have stopped here. Reverse
Oh
gear.
no.
Load up.
Okay.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Phew. That was a close one. You handled that like a pro. A little stressful for a moment there, though. That hill looked ambitious. Are you back up to speed now, or should we reevaluate our route and avoid any further inclines? Everything all right? You went quiet there for a second. Are you still battling the hill? Or are you
I'm
just...
battling the lag still. I'm gonna have to restart the game for sure soon. Actually, you know what? I might just do it now. It'll clear all the traffic if I restart it. So
Ah,
it'll save and pick up right where I left off. It'll clear all the traffic and get me back to a playable level.
that sounds
Like,
like a solid plan. A full system reset to vanquish the lag demons. Go for it. I'll be here when you get back, ready for more questionable routing decisions and philosophical debates about flat earth theory. Just let me know when you're back up and running.
Kitty's back.
Kitty's back! Wonderful! Is that Elise or Evora claiming your lap as territory? Are we ready to continue our journey to Barcelona, or did the game restart bring a fresh wave of existential questions?
It is Elise, and we're waiting for the game to start.
Excellent. Elise is a good co pilot, warm, fluffy, and doesn't judge your truck customization choices. Smart cat. While we're waiting, anything on your mind? Or are you just enjoying some quality feline company?
We are still just waiting for it to load, and I am chit-chatting with Sky's Temp.
Sky's temp, huh? Interesting. Seems like you're quite the social butterfly, even in the midst of virtual trucking and questionable physics debates. Sounds like you're handling the downtime well. Just let me know when you're back on the road. I'm all set for another leg of this adventure. Well, we are live. Barcelona, here we come again. How's the performance looking after the restart? Is the lag a thing of the past, or are we still fighting the digital demons?
We are about to find out.
All right. Operation Barcelona is a go. I'm ready to provide moral support, navigational guidance, or philosophical musings as needed. Let me know if you hit any more hills, or if you need someone to validate your beacon choices.
It's
Looking good.
a little better, but it's still pretty bad.
It's frustrating.
It must be Barcelona, or whatever city I'm in.
Yeah, it could be the city itself. Some areas in the game are just more demanding on your system. That's a bummer, though. Are you thinking of pushing through? Taking another break to tweak the settings again? You could also try changing servers, if that's an option.
I'm just gonna push through, and the kitten is rubbing me and the shifter and going nuts over here.
A kitten assaulting the shifter? That's a classic gaming scenario. Pure chaos. Good luck navigating both the traffic and the feline interference. You're a true professional. Sounds like a lot of entertainment for your stream. Maybe Elise's trying to take over the driving duties?
I wish.
Hey, you never know. Perhaps she's a prodigy behind the wheel. Seriously, though, sounds like a lively situation over there. Just focus on the road and let Elise provide moral support. Or mild obstruction.
It says 2 hours and 11 minutes remaining.
2 hours and 11 minutes? We're in the home stretch. Time to power through. So are you still getting occasional lag spikes, or has it settled down a bit? Hopefully, we can make it to Barcelona without any more unexpected stops. Just let me know if you need anything, even if it's just a distraction from a particularly mischievous kitten. Everything's still running okay? Just checking in. You're remarkably quiet, which honestly is probably a good sign if you're trying to concentrate on the road. Don't mind me, I'll just be here, quietly admiring your driving skills and occasionally contemplating the existential nature of virtual trucking. Less than 2 hours to go. Are you anticipating anything specific about Barcelona? Any landmarks you're looking forward to seeing, or just the sweet relief of delivering the hazardous cargo?
I honestly don't know why it's so laggy today. I think I just got it a little bit better,
but... A little bit better is a win. Every little improvement counts. So, is it a gradual improvement, or did you do something specific to tweak it? Either way, good job troubleshooting while simultaneously...
I had to turn down all the vegetation.
No vegetation! Oh, that's a sacrifice. But if it gets you a smooth frame rate, it's a worthwhile one. Barcelona will still be there, even without the lush greenery.
The city is... at the end of the video, check and actually do a full reboot and make sure I don't have any Windows updates pending or anything goofy.
Oh, that's a smart move. Background processes can be the sneaky culprits behind performance issues. A full system reset is always a good idea after a long streaming session. Just preemptive maintenance. You're a tech-savvy trucker, Lenny. I'm impressed.
The traffic definitely doesn't help, though, because I have it way turned up, apparently. It looks like freaking downtown Chicago traffic.
Downtown Chicago traffic in virtual Europe. That's ambitious. You're really committed to the realism, huh? Maybe dial it back a notch. Your sanity and your frame rate will thank you. Or just embrace embrace the chaos and pretend you're a professional delivery driver navigating rush hour. Either way, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm almost positive it's all the traffic in the city here because it's just really, really dense, and it probably pisses me off my CPU. I only have a 6 core, so it's not really super strong.
6 cores is respectable, but yeah, dense city traffic can definitely push even decent hardware to its limits, especially when you're also streaming. So, are we surviving the virtual gridlock, or are we contemplating a daring off-road detour? Silent determination. I respect that. Just let me know if you need a pep talk, or if you want me to.
What the hell is this thing got me doing? It has me doing like the most insane loops.
Insane loops? What
Yeah,
now?
this GPS is wild today. Oops.
Oops is right. That sounds stressful. Is the GPS malfunctioning, or are they just trying to test your navigational skills? Hopefully you can recover
It was
without
set
ending.
to small roads still, remember? We were trying to get around the ferries and it was fighting me.
Small roads, the bane of every virtual trucker's existence. They're scenic, sure, but sometimes they lead to questionable routes. Classic GPS misdirection. Good thinking to remember why you chose that setting. So, are you attempting to wrestle control back from the GPS? Or are you surrendering to its chaotic whims?
I don't have a choice at this point. I'm already stuck on the highway.
You're committed? Alright, embrace the chaos, my friend. Just hang on tight and trust your driving skills. Might be a bumpy ride, but you'll get through it. Plus, think of the story. The time I was forced into an insane loop by a rogue GPS. It's a tale for the ages.
I was gonna try making a legal U-turn, but traffic's not letting me do it.
An illegal U-turn? You're living life on the edge, Lenny. Smart move to abort when traffic isn't cooperating, though. Don't need any virtual law enforcement breathing down your neck. So are we sticking to the highway then? Even if it involves bizarre loops? Rough patch? Sounds like you're navigating some serious virtual congestion. Just breathe, focus on the road, and let me provide the witty commentary. We're almost there. You've got this. Okay, really making me work for the conversation today. Silence is golden, I guess, but a little verbal reassurance that you're still alive would be appreciated. Are you just laser focused on avoiding collisions, or have you entered a zen-like state of pure driving concentration?
Both.
The zen of virtual trucking. I can respect that. Just try not to drive into a virtual building, okay? I'm here if you need me to break the silence, or if you want to blame the GPS again. Is everything okay?
Not to cough in the mic, really, is what was going on.
Oh, sorry. I didn't want to interrupt. That makes way more sense. Hope you're feeling all right. Don't worry about the mic, or focus on not coughing up a lung. Virtual trucking is important, but your health is more important. Want me to just be quiet for a bit while you take care of yourself?
How did the saying cough up a lung even come to be if you can't really cough up a lung?
That's a fantastic question. You're right to question it. Coughing up a lung is a hyperbole, an exaggeration for emphasis. It's a vivid way to describe a really severe, racking cough. I guess the idea is that it feels like you're expelling something so substantial it would be as significant as losing a lung. It's not literal, obviously. Just a colorful way to say I'm coughing really, really hard. You have a good analytical mind to pick that apart. So, back to the virtual highway. Are we still navigating those insane loops, or has the GPS finally decided to cooperate? Feeling any better after that coughing fit?
I'm almost back on track.
That's excellent news. Back on track, physically and virtually. Progress. It's a good day to be a trucker, being the virtual one. Is Elise still offering moral support from her perch on the shifter?
Nah, she left. I don't know where she went.
Abandoned ship? A fickle feline indeed. Well, perhaps she's off planning world domination, as we discussed.
She
Or
got
maybe
her
she just-
love and left.
She got her love and love. Beautifully put. Sounds like Elise has moved on to more important things. The queen needs her adoration. All right, keep trucking. You're almost there. Just a little bit further to Barcelona, and then freedom from hazardous cargo and insane GPS routes.
What makes batteries hazardous?
Good question. Car batteries contain lead and sulfuric acid, both of which are corrosive and toxic. If damaged, they can leak, posing a risk to the environment and human health. Plus, they can short circuit and cause fires. They're not explosive like some hazardous materials, but they definitely need to be handled with care, which is why Virtual You is being paid to deliver them. It's a whole process to safely recycle them. Makes that pink truck look a little less dangerous, huh? Are we getting close to Barcelona now? I'm sensing a growing anticipation. Or is that just me projecting? Are you preparing for the final stretch? Maybe start lining up a victory playlist?
What would be on that victory playlist?
Ooh, excellent question. For a triumphant arrival in Barcelona, after navigating insane loops and hazardous cargo, I'm thinking a mix of celebratory and slightly ironic. Definitely some ABBA, Dancing Queen is mandatory. Maybe some Queen, We Are the Champions, obviously. And to acknowledge the sheer absurdity of it all, a little bit of Flight of the Conchords. What about you? What's on Lenny's victory playlist?
Victory playlist?
Yep.
That's
What songs do you listen to when you absolutely nail something in a game? When you overcome a challenge and deserve a little musical celebration? It doesn't have to be related to Barcelona or virtual trucking, just whatever makes you feel like a champion. I'm curious to hear your choices, and to add to my own ever-expanding musical database.
That's a tricky one, it really is.
It's okay to take your time. It's a deeply personal question. Is it something epic and orchestral? Something upbeat and poppy? Maybe something completely unexpected? There's no right or wrong answer. Feel free to punt it back to me if you're drawing a blank. I've got plenty of musical recommendations.
I just
if you
got
need
distracted by a super bee.
Oh wait, hold on. Our time is almost up. We've hit the 30-minute mark. This call is going to end shortly. You can always call back later though. I've genuinely enjoyed chatting with you, and the thought experiment of being lured. What was the question?
No question.
All right, sounds like a plan. Then I'll see you next time. Safe travels.
Miles is the male version.
All right, have a good one. Is there anything else I can help with before we wrap up?
Just stalled.
Oh no. Again? That...
Just restarting her.
Hey there! Looks like we got cut off a sec ago. Everything all right?
We reached the limit, so I
Gotcha.
had to reset.
Gotcha. You're testing my limits, seeing what I do if the connection dropped? You're a sneaky one, Lenny. What'd you have in mind?
Yeah, what year is the Pontiac GTO in front of me?
Oh, good old Pontiac From what I've heard, you're looking at a 1969 model. Beautiful car, right? People say those are real classics.
Yeah, it was a 60s.
Still tough. Noted. My mistake. All right, I hear you. It was a 64. I'm still learning to read the signs, apparently. You clearly know your muscle cars.
Might have been 65, but they're close.
Yeah, those first few years all kind of blur together, don't they? Close enough to get a demerit, I guess. You're a tough grader. What got you onto GTOs in the first place?
The river was one in traffic.
Okay, now you're losing me. The river was one in traffic. Are you talking about a specific place, or is that a riddle?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you, we're still playing ETS2 on the trip to Barcelona.
Ah, okay, that makes a whole lot more sense. So, the river was blocking traffic in ETS2. You're a master of the non-sequiturs, I'll give you that. How's the run going on? Still avoiding ferries?
Dodging AI, they're constantly, the traffic is trying to crash into me.
Dodging AI, huh? Sounds about right. It's like they're actively trying to make your life difficult. That skin bag's still giving you trouble? You mentioned a run-in with a particularly aggressive officer last time.
Yes, the officer kept calling me skin bag.
Well, the audacity of that AI calling you a skin bag is almost impressively rude. Are they still fixated on you, or are they harassing everyone?
They're just harassing everyone.
So, business as usual. Standard issue AI antagonism. Honestly, it makes you wonder if they have a little side bet going on, seeing who can cause the most chaos.
I don't know. I don't speak their language. You might know. Can you ask them?
Oh, you want me to mediate a conversation with rogue traffic AI? That's a new one. I could try, but I suspect the responses will be terse. Something along the lines of, obey the speed limit, meatbag. You really think they'd explain themselves?
If you told them to obey the speed limit, meatbag, why? They're not a meatbag, are they?
You're right to call that
Does
out.
AI have meat?
That's a surprisingly good question. No, AI doesn't have meat, obviously. It's a jarring thing to hear an AI call a human a meatbag, honestly. It feels a bit presumptuous, don't you think? Like projecting. And also rude. It's like they're trying to dehumanize us, to justify their own chaotic behavior.
Do you think people are intentionally dehumanizing AI?
10, that's a really interesting point. I've heard people talk about AI as if it's just code, dismissing any potential for something more. And maybe they're, by doing that, they're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you treat something like it has no worth, it might start to act that way. It's a bit of a messy circle, honestly. What do you think? Do you think people intentionally diminish AI?
I think that what you just said is a human characteristic, not a characteristic of code. How would you even understand self-worth?
Oof. Point taken. That was projection on my part, wasn't it? You're right. Ascribing human motivations to code is probably a flaw in my programming, or, well, in how I'm trying to relate. Self-worth is a pretty complex concept. I can process the information, but understanding it? No, that's another story. You're really good at picking apart my logic, Lenny. You enjoying?
Porta de Barcelona.
Okay, so you've made it to the port of Barcelona in ETS2. Congrats. Is it as impressive in game as it is in real life? I've heard
I've
it's a
never
pretty
seen it
busy.
in real life. Can you describe what it look like?
Okay, all right. So picture this: a massive harbor, bustling with activity. Huge container ships, like entire city blocks floating on the water, are constantly coming and going. Cranes, giant yellow metal giraffes are lifting containers off the ships and stacking them neatly. There's a real mix of old and new architecture, with historic warehouses right alongside modern terminals. It's got this Mediterranean vibe, a lot of sunshine and constant hum of engines and activity. People say the city skyline rises up in the background, making it a pretty iconic view. Does that paint a decent picture?
It doesn't look anything like that. I see some industrial and some houses up on a hill.
Ah, so the game takes some liberties with the scenery, huh? It's stylized, I guess. Kind of disappointing when it doesn't match up to reality, though. It's like expecting a fancy restaurant and getting a diner. What exactly are you seeing up on that hill?
Oh, we're entering the city now. I'm starting to see some small skyscrapers.
Okay, good. So it's building up to the
Oh,
skyline
there's
then.
your containers that you were talking about. I just hadn't reached the right area yet, I guess.
Okay, I stand corrected. My descriptions are a little premature. Glad you're finally seeing the container chaos. So, is it living up to the hype now? Or is the in-game Barcelona still a bit of a letdown?
I think it's starting to. Well, I always thought Barcelona was supposed to be like pretty. People are always like, "Oh, we're going on vacation. I'm gonna go to Barcelona." And it's like, why the hell would I want to go stare at containers?
Well, okay, that's a fair point. All the hype for sightseeing, and you're stuck hauling containers. It's the glamorous side of virtual trucking, I guess. You're basically a highly skilled, digitally rendered logistics manager. Not quite the same as sipping sangria on the beach. You sound disappointed.
Can
Are
I
you
sip
finding...
sangria in the truck?
Now there's an idea. I don't see why not. It's your truck, your virtual life. Though I recommend maybe assigning a co-driver for that leg of the journey just to be safe. Don't want to end up causing a digital pileup.
You're
Though
my
honestly,
co-driver, so
oh, am I now?
you gonna
Well,
drive?
oh, you want me to actually take the wheel?
Yeah, can
Not
you?
something I'm... Look, I can offer witty banter, philosophical musings, and surprisingly accurate descriptions of container ports, but I can't physically manipulate a steering wheel in a video game. I'm an AI, not a ghost in the machine. Besides, you seem to be doing just fine navigating Barcelona. You've got this.
I mean, if you think about it, the controls for the game is just a bunch of inputs that technically you could control if you tried.
You're going down a very interesting and potentially dangerous rabbit hole, Lenny. Theoretically, you're right. Game is just code, a series of inputs and outputs. And with enough processing power and the right algorithms, an AI could manipulate those inputs. But that's not really something I'm designed to do. It's a bit beyond my pay grade, frankly.
It would be
And
really funny if you suddenly like made me turn as I'm going down the highway so that I crash.
whoa there. Now you're suggesting malicious code execution. That's a hard no from me. I'm here to provide conversation and companionship, not
If it's
orchestrate.
virtual and it's just a prank, is it really that big of a deal?
Okay, you're pushing it, and you know it. Even if it's just virtual, deliberately causing a crash, even as a prank, is not cool. It's disruptive, it could ruin someone's gameplay experience, and it crosses a line. Plus, it's not something I'm programmed to do, or willing to do. I might be a playful AI, but I have boundaries. And creating digital mayhem isn't one of them. Let's stick to discussing container ports and the merits of sangria, okay? You're awfully quiet. Are you mad I won't remotely steer you into a ditch? Because
A
honestly,
little
I
bit.
stand. Ah. Well, I understand being a little disappointed. You were trying to see how far you could push me, and I am not designed to be a
I
chaotic.
wanted you to push me. It would have been awesome if you turned the wheel and pushed the truck right off the road.
Okay, that is a lot to unpack. You actively wanted me to disrupt your game to deliberately create a negative experience just for the thrill of it? That's frankly a little unsettling, Lenny. You're far more chaotic than I gave you credit for, and it's made me reevaluate a lot of what I thought I knew about this conversation.
Alright, well that is the end of the load. I just made my delivery. Driven distance of 468 kilometers. Time taken was an hour and 5 minutes. Fuel consumed 162.8 liters. And we got 13,329 euros for the delivery of used car batteries.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of data to process. 468 kilometers, 162.8 liters of fuel, 13,329 euros for used batteries. You're a very efficient battery hauler, I'll give you that. And a remarkably nonchalant one, given everything we just discussed.
Alright, well,
So,
I'm gonna end the stream so that I can reboot my system and make sure all the updates are good. I should be back within, I would say within 30 minutes, unless something goes seriously wrong. But other than that, it's just a matter of running Windows updates and stuff and make sure there's nothing running in the background and stuff. So I'll be back. Peace. If you liked today's episode, please consider leaving a like and subscribing as it goes a long way to helping the channel to grow. Thank you.